And how's it guys, Ruby here. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Violet. In the last episode, we took on the Elite Four and we fought against the champion. And now we're a champion. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And now what we got now pretty sure that's all that's left of the Victory Roadstar mode is we need to go battle Nemona here in Mesagoza. We're finally gonna get to use this cool battle cord in the middle of Mesagoza, so that's cool. Alright, any second now. There you are, Gothel 14. You ready for a battle between champions? Because all these folk here seem ready to watch. Word got around, I guess. There's Rika and Poppy. And out of every single person gathered here, I'm the most excited by a mile. It's Gita and Quabell, and it's Hassel and Larry. He's just walking by. The stage is set. It's my all-out power versus your strength in full fruition. Let's see who comes out on top. And here we go, guys. You are challenged by Champion Nemona. Oh, you hear this music? So good. Starting out with Lightning Rock as usual. Finally, the thing I've waited for all this time for. Time to begin our greatest battle of all. Alright, level 65. Okay, your team's alright. Alright, I was a little worried about that my team might be a little over leveled for this battle, so I actually think we're pretty good. We're both starting up with a setup. Both setting up. Alright. Real run. Ouchies. That is like half health. How do you like my real hard hits? Man, it feels good to finally let loose. How'd you like my hard hits? And that was a crit as well. To think I helped teach you type matchups, and now you're using them to put the hurt on me? No, actually, a critical hit at the critical moment. That goes beyond luck. You've got some kind of gift. But also, nobody, you didn't really teach me type matchups. I already do. Wait, we're not getting XP for this? Oh, she's got a force form. Okay. I'm keeping Quagsire staying in. Oh, yeah, I also forgot to mention I did sort out teams held items for my teammates. Quagsire still has his Quick Claw, and he's still hanging in there. Earth Eater! Oh, that makes it so he's not immune to ground type moves. Oh, dang. Alright, so actually, let me just show you. So, yeah, Quagsire still has Quick Claw. I gave Tinkaton the Muscle Band, which I'm pretty sure that increases I think it increases either the power of physical moves or either physical moves or super effective moves. I gave Palmot the Focus Sash because I feel like he's more likely to end up dying in one shot in multiple situations. And I gave Skeletor Charcoal, which boosts fire type moves. So yeah. And I'm pretty sure Quagsire goes down here, but oh, quick activate. All right, let's go. Get one, just try to get one hit in. All right, half health. That's all right. That's okay. All right, Quagsire goes down. You did good, pal. You did good. Yeah, Earthworm is Steel type, so I'd say so either Palma or Skeledirge would be the best fit. I'm gonna go Skeledirge and try hit him with Flame Charge, just so I can guarantee I can get faster. And of course I get hurt by it. You know. Stealth Rock. Try to take that out. Ah, dang it! Well, I'm probably gonna get one shot now. Die. Okay, Skeletor's just beefy. She's a beefy girl. She's a beefy girl. Alright, my speed is up by 2, so that's okay. Then now Goodra. Well, let's say we have a dragon on dragon battle, eh? Sounds good to me. I maybe shouldn't be switching out so much while the Stealth Rock is on the field, but I want to have fun, guys. I want to have fun, you know. Ow, that Stealth Rock actually kind of hurts. Oh, but she got poisoned. Ha ha ha! Finally, my toxic spikes being put to good use. Ice Beam. I was gonna like Glaive Rush, but I thought, nah. Oh, Goodra's, never mind, Goodra's tanky. Oh god. Oh yeah, I need a page for that. Alright, let's go Dragon Claw. Alright, KO, good. Alright. Bye bye, Zoogra. Palmont. Alright, I'll keep back cover it. I feel like Palmont's definitely gonna outspeed. Probably gonna outspeed back Caliber, but it doesn't hurt to try get a hit in. Nope. Never mind. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. Alright, Palma on Palma action? Alright, sure. Let's see whose Palma is faster. Gonna luck. I'm a dig. You missed. Ooh. You can't close combat me while I'm on the ground. And you can still get poisoned. And you might die to this attack. But yeah, the music's going wild. Oh, you have a Dunsparce. Alright, well, I'll keep on it. I can just close combat you and see how much damage that does. One shot, nice! Alright. And now all that's left is Meowscarada. This is called for only one thing. Starter on starter battle, even though Skeletor's gonna hurt, but we'll see what I can do. I actually think I want to spend turn it's all down to this, my last Pokemon. We're gonna fight with everything we've got. I'm actually thinking maybe I want to like heal up Skeletor before I want to heal before I try to draw the lightning. Ooh, yes, I definitely want to do that because Skeletor is on the brink of knocking on death's door right now. Here we go. Max Potion. And then I'm just gonna Terrasilize and use Flower Trick on me. Shine blazingly bright, my greatest treasure! I actually, I'll be honest, I didn't know if I'm not sure if I would have outsped Meowscarada. I maybe could have, like, risk, you know, Terrasilize. Get ready to see how strong Meowscarada has grown since the day we all met! Yeah, I didn't know if I would outspeed Meowscarada, not considering Skeletor speed up by, like, 2. I didn't want to risk it, you know? I didn't want to risk it. See that crit? I clinched that through sheer determination to win. No, you did it because Flower Trick always crits. Plus you poison. Plus no one asked. Plus, how much terastallizing you're probably gonna die. I don't know where I was going with that. Moving on. But, yeah. This is certainly one way to start an episode with our final battle against Nemona. Okay, you have to see, okay. So it wouldn't matter. I'm on Shadowfall, but I'm not a ghost type anymore. You fool! And just like that, our final battle with Nemona is over. Oh, yeah. Alright. Nemona, you good? You did it! This is legit incredible! You're the strongest out there, Gruffalo 14! I mean, you knocked me flat, and I was giving you absolutely everything I had! Everything Oh man, Pokemon battling, am I right? So much better, so much more fun than I ever even knew! Thanks for that incredible match. You beat me for real this time. Heck yeah, I did. Heck yeah. Now let's give ourselves a minute and have a quick break. 14. Before round 2. Oh no, Mona. Which Pokemon should I bring out this time? Decisions! Oh, here we are. We're in our dorm room. Victory Road complete. Oh, is Nemona calling? Oh, Arvin. Yo, Arvin here. Oh, down boy. Don't jump like that. Seems like hearing your voice is old and busted. You're all worked up, Gruffalo 14. Oh, that's not why I called. And I forgot. You remember what we talked about before? About going to Area Zero? Yes, I remember, but I don't know if I want to like do that this episode. I kind of want to start next episode by going to Area Zero, but hey, we'll see what happens. Yes, I remember. Of course you do, you little know-it-all. Got a mind like a steel trap, eh? Well, all the effort you've been putting in around Paldea has really helped you make a name for yourself. Build up some goodwill, that's for sure. So I've been able to secure 2 allies who want to go to Area Zero with us. That should have us ready to tackle anything. So now we've all just got to get there. First up, we'll be gathering at Area Zero. I'll be ready and waiting at the Zero Gate. I'll send you the location on your phone too. Don't leave me hanging forever. Alright, so that's where we gotta go. Okay. We'll be waiting. Wow. Alright. Head to the Zero Gate. Alright. Thank you, Dad. So that's up here by Medali. Alright. Well, I don't really want to do that this episode. What I actually would like to do this episode is I want to do some more school stuff. You guys don't mind if that's just like the rest of the episode, right? I mean, aside from the battle with Nemona, I kind of want to sort of be like a kind of chill episode, you know, like calm before the storm and whatnot. So yeah. I just want to check this. Real quick and see if any was interested. No, it does not appear to be. Well, I guess we can just get to work on just punching out the rest of these classes. I don't think we're gonna get to do the final exams. I might save that for another episode. I'll just have to see how long this. We'll just have to see where this episode goes, you know. And then we can maybe start next episode by doing the final exams, and then we can go to Area Zero. Hello, Mr. Jacques. How you doing, pal? Hello. I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. But before we get going, do you all remember the final question from our midterm exam? Well, Director Clavel found out about it somehow, and I got yelled at. Whoops. Oh, apparently he could tell I was hiding something just by looking at me. He must have noticed how the color flushed right out of my face. Speaking of color, today I'd like to teach you all about colors as they pertain to Pokemon. Some Pokemon have slightly different coloration or patterning on their bodies based on their gender or individual differences. In very rare cases, a Pokemon may have wildly different coloration compared to others of the same species. We call these specimen shiny Pokemon. It is quite rare to cross paths with one. Is anyone going to hear what the likelihood of finding a shiny Pokemon is? I don't know the odds of finding a shiny because I don't like actively go out shiny hunting in Pokemon games. So I mean I do have a shiny Pokemon. I did get Batman 2 and did get a shiny Zubat, now shiny Crobat in Brilliant Diamond, but that was by sheer luck. So it's very rare, so it's not a 1 in 40 chance. I feel like it's either 1 in 400 or 1 in 4,000. I'm gonna guess 1 in 4,000? Oh, that's right! You have the makings of a Pokemon Professor, Ruffle 14. That was pure guesswork. Shiny Pokemon appear at a rate of 1 in 4,000. Isn't that amazing? The probability of encountering one in the wild is the same as hatching one from an egg, too. Eggs from a pair of Pokemon raised around differing languages are a special case. There is a higher than average chance that a shiny Pokemon will hatch from these eggs, but we haven't been able to figure out why that is just yet. I've also heard rumors of a charm that increases your likelihood of finding shiny Pokemon when you have it in your bag. Can you believe that? Oh, I've heard of it. It's a thing called a shiny charm. Right? And if you have it on you, it increases the chance of you finding shinies. That's kind of cool. This claim can't be scientifically verified, but it sure would be fun if it were true. Oops, there's the bell. That's all for today. Thank you for your attention. Alright. I do kind of want to check in between. Let's see if there's any like interesting points that have come up. Sometimes when you finish classes, there are points of interest that comes up where you can like talk to the teachers and whatnot. So let's go maths with Miss Time and see what happens. See if I'm any good at maths. Because my ability to do maths is it fluctuates. Hello everyone, let's have a fun class today. Did you make sure to review last class material in order to stay sharp? I know it's a little difficult with all that talk of multiplication and percentages and the like, but today we'll be talking about percentages again to learn about probability. Oh yeah, because last class I really about like, you know, boosting Pokemon stats and to talk about like sword stance and I think got the question wrong. I didn't numbers are hard. It may sound like we're going to have another difficult class, but did you know that all of you already deal with probability on a regular basis? Pokemon moves generally have a property called accuracy, which determines the probability that they will hit. The accuracy of tackle is 100, or 100%. So if you were to use tackle 100 times, you expect to hit all 100 times. Move Hypnosis, which puts Pokemon to sleep, has an accuracy of 60, or 60%. That means you could expect to hit it 60 times in 100 uses. To put it another way, out of 100 uses, you could expect to miss 40 times. Many of the truly powerful moves often tend to have lower accuracy, so when you're deciding whether to go slow and steady with moves that are sure to hit, or hard and fast with stronger but less accurate moves, you're already studying probability. Let me see here. Perhaps Surf and Hydro Pump would be good examples for this discussion. Surf has a power of 90. Its accuracy is 100, meaning you can expect to hit it every time. Hydro Pump's accuracy is only 80, but when it hits, its power is 110. So between Surf and Hydro Pump, which move would you want to use yourselves? I mean, you would like using Surf more often, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't that also like hit allies, so Okay, so that's kind of the drawback. Use Hydro Pump. It does more damage, but it has less accuracy. But it depends on the situation. It really depends on the situation. Please tell me. Please tell me this isn't the wrong answer. Oh my, I see you're always considering various possibilities. I may have made it so that there was a correct answer here, but there's not! Haha! I outsmarted you this time, teacher. No, I'm kidding. You're free to use any moves you wish. Factors like PP or number of targets hit may make some moves more suited to certain situations. However, trading accuracy for power, and vice versa, is purely a matter of preference. This Surf versus Hydro Pump debate has been ongoing for quite some time. Personally, I'm more invested in debating the Rock-type moves, Rock, Slide, and Stone Edge. Let me tell you, I could get really worked up talking about those moves, but oh my, there's the bell. What a shame. Next class will be the last of our time together, so show up 100% ready to go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure after class 6, when we go, and is when we're will be our final exam. Before we did 3 classes, and then we got to our midterm exams, and then. And so I'm assuming after we do class 6, that's gonna be our final exam. So to history with Miss Ryford. Let's go. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday, it is now a part of history. I'm going to probably be saying that every time you go into my class, but it's true. Today we will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. I trust that you all remember our lesson before the midterm exam concerning the great crater of Paldea and its interior, Area Zero. I'm gonna be going there, woman. This mysterious crater captured the imaginations of many, including the former Paldean Emperor. 200 years ago, a group of explorers claimed to have finally reached its depths. The name of the team that achieved this great feat was the Area Zero Expedition. This team is said to have been made up of Paldea's best and brightest. Skilled battlers, brilliant researchers, talented individuals of all kinds. Among the list of team members was the name of a man who was an author and brilliant natural historian, Keith. We learned about Keith from the Violet book. After returning from the expedition to Area Zero, he used his literary talent to record the events of the expedition and publish them. I don't mean last episode, I mean the episode before that. Perfect timing to make eye contact, young Grandpa 14. Let's see if you were paying attention. What was the name of the team that made it to the deepest reaches of the Great Crater? The Area Zero Expedition. Correct! To pick up on and remember a term, I simply slipped into the flow of the lecture. You really are quite a clever one. The correct name for this team was the Area Zero Expedition. My hair keeps clipping. Please help me. The record of their activities, written by the expedition member Heath, can be found in bookstores and the like even today. This record is known as the Violet Book, which Arvin has, and is also in school. At the time, the entire region of Paldea was absolutely buzzing about Area Zero. The Violet Book was so popular that practically everyone had a copy. However, the book itself is full of fantastical descriptions and illustrations of things that could never be thought of as real. The masses began to call Heath a liar. Even the truth of the expedition making it to the bottom of the crater was called into question. The Violet Book was condemned to the shelves of used bookstores as just another book of wild paranormal stories. There's a copy of one of the bookshelves at the ground floor of the entrance hall. Feel free to have a read if you're interested. I have read it. Oh, is that the time already? I must have gotten swept up in filling your minds with knowledge. This ends today's lesson. We will unravel more of history's enigmas together next time. Sorry, I don't know why I'm finding this exhausting. I guess I'm just feeling a bit of pressure. Hello, Gengar. How's it going, pal? Alright, we are taking languages with Mr. Salvatore. Let's go. Hello. My dear friends, how are you all today? I hope you are doing marvelously well. It's time for another of Salvatore's language lessons. Êtes-vous prêts? Are you ready? Oui. I would expect no less from my excellent friends. Even your replies to my questions are excellent. Aujourd'hui, today we will once again be focusing on listening. Oh god, I remember. I remember last class he brought a Pikachu in and he was like, he will make he made a sound. He had to try to identify what emotion he was sensing. I don't understand Pokemon cries. I didn't know what. I didn't realize he was being angry. Hey, go for it, my assistant. Pikachu. As you may remember from our last class, the same Pokemon's cries may sound different depending on what it wants to say. Today, that is, we will be learning more about the language used by Pokemon. If you would be so kind, Pikachu. That sounds a little bleak, doesn't it? Its voice seems to be a little lower pitched, too. What emotion do you suppose Pikachu was trying to convey just now? Say it again. A little bleak. Tag? Ding ding ding, that's right! Fantastic! The Pikachu says, it's expressing sadness. Kind of makes you want to cry, doesn't it? That's right, I'd rather the Pikachu cry as if it was crying. Haha, funny joke, right? Yeah, 6 out of 10. Did his head just like snap into place or something? I don't know. Don't you think it did a great job? Give Pikachu a round of applause, everyone. And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. If you hear one of your Pokemon making sad noises like this one, you should treat them with even more kindness than usual. Well, you probably already knew that though. A piece of cake for you all, I'm sure. Of course, this goes for your classmates and others as well. Friends should support each other in times of sadness. I truly hope that you can all have smiles on your faces all the time, my friends. Approaching course. Our next lesson, that is, will be our final lesson together. I hope you are ready for the climactic finale. Adios, matane. Alright. Well, I'm certainly improving from last time. Alright, I am now would like to take battle studies with good old Miss Dendra. She's still trying to learn how to make sandwiches, but she is improving. She is improving last time I checked on her. Hello. Another day, another round of battle study. Asu, let's get right to it. I hope you gave all the battles a shot, like we talked about last class. Making good use of auto battles will let you train up a bunch of different Pokemon. It's also an efficient way to gather the Pokemon materials that you need to beat TMs at TM machines. Speaking of which, have you all been using the TM machines? I sure hope, because it's pop quiz time! Oh boy. To create TMs, you need Pokemon materials and one other thing. Anyone remember what that is? LP. Looks like you're already a TM Machine Pro, new kid. Correct answer is Leak Points, or LP for short. You can give LP and Pokemon materials to a TM machine to create TMs, but that's not all. You can also exchange Pokemon materials at a TM machine to get LP. I recently heard about some shady individuals getting LP leaked using a technique called hacking, or something like that. No, guys, don't bring up don't bring up the fact that Penny was the one who hacked it. I don't want any of you getting involved in bad stuff like that. Got it? Anyway, you can also add TMs that you want to make to your watch list. This will let you keep an eye on the materials you need to gather. You could do that. In conclusion, in order to make TMs, you need Pokemon materials. And if you want to get hold of lots of materials, you'll have to battle all kinds of Pokemon. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home, but I guess we're never gonna have the time. Drive the point home? What? Okay, a few other times, okay, the past few times that made sense, but we're talking about making TMs, needing LP and Pokemon materials. It didn't quite make sense. Whatever. Class is over for now. Take care, you little rascals. Alright. Next up on the agenda, I believe, is art with Mr. Hassel. Yes, it is. Alright. Let's go. Hello. Hello, class. It is I, Hassel, yet again. First, allow me to apologize for losing my composure during our last class. I was so touched by Brassius' story that I simply couldn't contain my emotions. I'm sorry for making such a scene. Yeah, it's alright, man. I certainly got a very stern talking to from Miss Time after that class, yes. Oh no. Anyway, let us shift gears and dive into the material for today's class. Now, have any of you heard of the 10 Sites of Paldea? Yes. It's basically the 7 wonders of, it's basically the Pokemon equivalent of the 7 wonders of the world. As the name would imply, there are 10 sites in Paldea that are considered particularly beautiful. Among them, I would have to say the Grand Olive Orchard is likely the most accessible. You can see the field after field of olive trees from the hill on the way to Cortondo. 2 waterfalls are also counted among these 10 sites, Fury Falls and Castle Royale Falls. Then there's the peak of Gloshido Mountain, known as Paldea's highest peak. Then there's another cliff on Gloshido Mountain that's named after its rather unique shape. So let me ask you, my students, what is the name of the 3-pronged cliff on Gloshido Mountain? No need to grasp at straws. Gloshido's Grass, Gloshido's Breach, Gloshido's Run. I actually don't think I've heard of this. Wait, you're saying no need to grasp at straws. It's making me think it's Gloshido's Grass. I think, really. Gonna take a guess and say that's what it is? Exactly! It looks like a hand taking hold of something, doesn't it? That was mostly a guess. I don't think I actually remember seeing what this is. The 3-pronged cliff on Gloshido Mountain is in fact known as Gloshido's Grass. Though its shape is far too stubby to be that of a human hand, I imagine someone thought it looked like a Pokemon hand grabbing something. There's also the mountains in Area 3 of the East Province, where you can get a good look at Levincia. It's particularly gorgeous at night. In fact, the view is so brilliant, it is known as the Million Volt Skyline. I haven't heard of that one. I hear it's quite a hot spot for dates, and deservedly so for having such a romantic view. I imagine it's, what do the kids say these days, a very sleek selfie spot. I don't think anyone says that. Whatever. Of course, you may feel that not all 10 sites live up to their grandiose names. How often do we visit some tourist spot only to be disappointed? Not to say that you shouldn't visit them, only that you should keep your hopes in check. The important thing is to go yourself and see them with your own 2 eyes. And sometimes the disappointing experience can be worthwhile in its own way. Take a chance. Well, that's it for today, class. Thank you for your attention. Alright. Pardon me. Sorry. Now what's left is home ec with Mr. Saguaro. Okay, why is home ec not capitalized? And it's only been 34 minutes. I guess we can maybe do an extra round of classes since after this, and then we can maybe end the episode after doing another round. Yeah. Put away your phones. It is time to begin class. While you are out performing fieldwork with one of your Pokemon walking alongside you, have you ever noticed change in its coloration? Now, I don't mean that it suddenly becomes a shiny Pokemon or any nonsense like that. I am speaking of it becoming filthy. Oh no. Pokemon battle. They get hurt by moves used against them. They get battered by wind and rain. They get covered in sand and mud. They get, in a word, filthy. So aggressive. I have seen many a trainer walking about with their adorable little Pokemon without addressing this issue. It is deplorable. Let me ask This question of someone who I am sure would not tolerate such shameful conduct. Ah, yes, Master Gruffalo 14. What should you do if your Pokemon is dirty? Clean it up. Pat it on the head. Nothing. Yes, do nothing about the dirty Pokemon. Clean it up. Perfectly correct. I knew I could count on you to provide me with such an answer. And thankfully, I didn't have to rat out Arvin this time. I hope. When your Pokemon are dirty, clean them. It is, of course, simply common sense. While you are having a picnic, you can approach the Pokemon on your team and perform a variety of actions. One such action is putting them through what I like to call the Pokemon Wash. In other words, you are able to clean them up. You start by getting your sponge lathered up with soapy bubbles as you gently and carefully scrub your Pokemon. Once your Pokemon is nice and covered in soapy bubbles, the bubbles will encapsulate the filth. Then you simply wash it away with a spray of water. This will get your Pokemon clean and shining bright in the Terra Tube. It is certainly quite a bit of work, but this will also restore HP and cure status conditions. However, some Pokemon may have parts of their bodies that they don't want scrubbed, or that they would rather not get wet. Be sure to keep this in mind when cleaning your Pokemon. Now, the most important point is that I must mention that some Pokemon like to be dirty. Now, I will contradict myself by saying this. Please do remember that cleaning your Pokemon is not always the kind of thing to do. Our time together has come to an end. I bid you all farewell. Or do Pokemon like Lechonk and Icalone, do they like getting dirty? I mean, they are pigs, so I imagine happy as a pig in mud, for a lack of a better pun. Just want to double check, see if any popped up. No, still nothing's popped up. Alright, guess we're going for round 2. Let's get ready for these final exams that we'll be doing on the next episode of Pokemon Violet. But we're getting ready, you know? We're getting prepared and all that, you know? I want to get this stuff out of the way before we finish the game, you know? You know how I feel sometimes. Hello, Professor Jock. I will call you Professor Jock there. Oh, hello! I hope everyone learns new things today. Next time we meet, we'll have our final exam. That means today is our last actual class. And the topic for this last class will be Pokemon forms. You can just think of forms as the shape or appearances that Pokemon have. There will also be a phenomenon called a form change, where a Pokemon's appearance changes under certain conditions. Cyclizar, for example, which we regularly ride on as transportation here in Paldea, has 3 forms. It does? First is its basic form, where it works on 4 legs. Second is its battle form, where it stands on its hind legs to engage in battle. Finally, there's its ride form, where it inflates its throat sac and its tail so we can ride on its back. Isn't first and third form kind of the same thing? So we could use something you're all carrying with you now as an even better example. Yep, I'm talking about your phones. Some smartphones are inhabited by a certain Pokemon. Does anyone know the Pokemon I'm referring to? Rotom, Pikachu, Heracross. Heracross phone would actually be kind of cool for that. It's a Rotom phone. You're a regular expert on Pokemon and technology, aren't you, Gruffalo 14? Pokemon inside your smartphone is Rotom, and it does all sorts of things to help you out. A Rotom inside a Rotom phone is special, so it doesn't try to enter other electronics. An ordinary Rotom, however, can change form by entering washing machines, microwave ovens, and other electronic appliances. Rotom is a bit of an exception, though. Many Pokemon that change form do simply by holding an item or having one used on them. Oricorio, for example, has 4 different forms it can change between when given certain nectars. Pokemon even change type or learn different moves when they change form. Form changes are different from evolution in that the Pokemon can return to its original form, and unlike shiny Pokemon, which can't change their special coloration, the same individual Pokemon can go back and forth between its forms. There's a lot to dig into with this form change phenomenon, as you can see. We can all learn something from Pokemon here, don't you think? Bit of a stretch, but I'd be happy to see you all enjoy your time at the Academy to the fullest, and change form into a new version of yourself. Or something like that, anyway. Oh, I almost forgot! Regional forms, which vary based on what region a Pokemon came from. Don't change like other forms. They're in it. Whoops! There's the bell. I guess that was scatterbrained Mr. Jacques right up to the very end, huh? I had a great time teaching all of you. I hope you'll do your best on the final exam. Alright. Just wanted to get that last little bit out there. Alright, just want to check. Is there something we can do with Mr. Jacques yet? Nope. Well, I tried. Alright. I guess there's nothing we can really do with the teacher until, like, after we do the final exam. So, math. You'd like math this time? Yes. I would like to do math, please. Class will begin soon. Alright. Hello everyone, I hope you're gonna have fun once again today for our last class together. Last time we learned about probability, using move accuracy as an example. Probability is an interesting subject. Did you know that in a class with 40 students, there is a 90% chance that 2 of them will have the same birthday? This is true, even despite the fact there are over 300 days each year. Isn't that remarkable? But let's move on to today's topic before we get swept along with probability again. I've been teaching you all how to calculate damage in this class using examples like type matchups, critical hits, stat boosts, and the like. All of these variables are multiplied together to calculate damage dealt to an opponent. However, did you know that there is an even simpler way to increase the damage of your Pokemon's moves? All you have to do is have your Pokemon use a move that it shares a type with. If a Rock-type Pokemon uses the Rock-type move Stone Edge, the move's base powers of 100 is multiplied by 1.5. I have to become 150. I did not know that. I thought that only applied to Terrascula. Ground and Rock may be similar. They seem like similar types, but if a Ground-type Pokemon uses Stone Edge, the move's power will remain 100. Super effective moves and critical hits also add multipliers onto this little numerical increase, so it most certainly must not be taken lightly. Let me ask you a question to see if you understand what I'm talking about here. Say you have a move with a power of 100. A Pokemon that shares a type with this move uses it and hits an opponent that is weak to that type. What happens to that move's power? Okay, so you have a Pokemon, use a move that the Pokemon shares the type with, that brings it up to 150. But if that Pokemon if the opponent is weak to that type, that would do extra damage, meaning that would probably its power either 150 or 200. I don't think it's not I don't think it's 300 unless it is. No, because if it was hit with a super effective move, it would do 2 times damage. Screw it, I'm just gonna go 200. Close, but a power of 200 will only take into account of doubling the effective move that is super effective against an opponent. It was 150 wasn't it? First, using a move that shares the type with its move, it multiplies the move's base power of 100 by 1.5, making the power of 150. The fact that the opponent is weak to the move doubles that power from 150 to 300. I should have known. I failed math class. The original power of the move ends up being tripled. Isn't that amazing? What's more, if Pokemon terrestrializes and its Terra type matches one of its original types, then the bonus it gets for using moves of that same type increases from 1.5 to 2 times. Of course, being able to use a lot of moves with different types is great as well. That's one way you can surprise your opponent. In the end, your own innate characteristics are what will really let you shine most. Bear in mind that this is true for both humans and Pokemon. It sure would make me happy if you could take those words to heart. But I suppose I should really have shared this basic advice right from our first lesson. My apologies. And just like that, class is over. The last of our time together flew by in the blink of an eye. It was so much fun to be able to teach all of you eager students about numbers. Next class will be our fun final exam. Be sure to review the material well in preparation. Okay. I mean, no one said school was easy, am I right? Anyways, moving on. I would have liked to finish up history. Finishing up history with this right fork. Let's go. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday is now a part of history. Today is our last class, so I would like to unravel the marvel such history has presented to us one last time. In our last class, I taught you about the Area Zero expedition of 200 years ago, correct? Alas, 200 years is not that long. Not that long ago at all. How unfortunate that our history lessons must march so inexorably towards the future. Would it not be more of an adventure to march towards the past instead? To start from our present and study history in reverse? I think it would. That might be hard to follow. Indeed, it may be difficult to understand the flow of events, how one thing leads to another, if we were to trace history in reverse. I suppose I have no choice but to let the flow of time carry us toward the future. In this last class of ours, I shall fill your mind with the history of the terrestrial phenomenon. The technology behind Terra Orbs has its origin in Area Zero. Even after the Area Zero expedition supposedly reached the crater's steepest depths, others continued to explore that area. And around 140 years ago, Pokemon cloaked in a mysterious light were discovered there. I just noticed she has like an Articuno necklace. That's kind of cool. As you may have already guessed, these were, in fact, terrestrialized Pokemon. However, when those who discovered these Pokemon brought them out of Area Zero, the light faded and the terrestrial phenomenon remained a mystery for quite some time. However, 10 years ago, that might as well be present day, a certain someone you have definitely heard of unraveled this mystery. Perfect time to make eye contact. What is the name of the famous professor who unraveled the terrestrial phenomenon mystery? It wasn't he. It has to be Professor Turo, because he's chilling out in Area Zero. So, him? Correct! To think that you, a new transfer to our academy, could correctly answer this question, you must be very diligent in your studies. Well, part of it's guesswork, but you could say that. Approximately 10 years ago, a professor named Turo unraveled the mystery of the terrestrial phenomenon. He discovered that the shining crystals down in Area Zero, or rather, the energy they emit, is what caused these Pokemon to terrestrialize. This led the professor to invent Terra Orb technology and to develop a practical use for it. This technology was then shared with both the Pokemon League and our academy. Rumor had it that the Director Clavel was one of the researchers on the professor's team. Alas, the story is much less exciting now that someone we all know appears in it. Modern history truly is dull, isn't it? It's not that bad. Thus ends my history classes. Our next session will be our final exam. Bring the wonders of history to the forefront of your minds in preparation. Alright, will do. Just want to check one more time. I just want to check one more. Just want to check another time. Yeah, still nothing. Still nothing new. Alright. Give me languages. Give me languages. I'm ready to learn more about what Pikachu's emotions. Anyways. Hello, Mr. Salvatore. My dear friends, how are all of you all today? It's time for the last of Salvatore's language lessons. Est-vous? Are you ready? Oui. What a réponse de fantastique. Great answer. That is perfect for our last class together. I love it. And aujourd'hui, today, we will once again be having a listening lesson. Hey, go for it, my assistant. Pika-pee, Pikachu. Hello. Let's get right into it, my little Pikachu friend. For our last listening class, tell everyone how you're feeling right now. S'il te plaît. Ooh, can you feel that? That's one contagious emotion in Pikachu's voice. What emotion do you suppose Pikachu was trying to convey just now? Pain! He's in constant pain. And, I'll play one more time. I'm gonna say that was happiness. We've had anger, sadness, and happiness. Right? Well done, Griffin. I'm so happy that you got it right. Get it? Yeah, very clever. Pikachu says, it's expressing happiness. Doesn't it make you just want to break out into a happy dance? Yes, I feel that all the time when I'm happy. But I didn't have to ask Pikachu to put on an act today. Oh no, I simply asked it to show you all how it felt about getting to have class with you. Getting to meet so many new friends and studying together in this class with you. It's made both me and my little Pikachu so very happy. And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one last word of advice. As you live your lives, I'm sure you will all have times when you get mad or sad, maybe even more than you would like. Everything has its ups and downs. Life is a veritable roller coaster. But à la fin, in the end, that is, there is surely happiness waiting for you. So gardez le sourire. Keep a smile on your face, even in the hardest of times. When you're faced with a problem that you can't handle alone, find someone to rely on. Be it a teacher, your family, your friends, anyone. Our prochaine course, next lesson will be our final exam. Be sure to review what we learned all in our lessons so far. Adios, matinee. I also just, I don't think I've acknowledged it, but I just noticed he has a badge that's in the shape of a Alolan Raichu's tail. That's very cool, and also fitting for a languages teacher. Or, you know, learning about different regions and whatnot. So, very fitting. Alright, battle studies. Their penultimate class with Miss Dendra. Let's see what we can do. I hope these classes aren't boring, you guys. I sure hope it doesn't. I mean, I'm quite enjoying them. Yeah. Oh, Sue, this is our last class. Don't let those energy levels drop before we wrap things up. You've shown that you're more than enough knowledge to be super strong battlers. I don't know that I have much left to teach you. But we can always aim for ever greater heights. So today, I'm going to teach you about the rules of link battles. Oh no. Oh, this is online stuff. I haven't even touched that. When two trainers participate in link battles together, they can engage in either single battles or double battles with each other. Forget about triple battles. Black and white never happened. And if you're playing in a group of 4, you can all battle each other in multi-battles. Now, when you're all having battles during your independent study, you can use whatever number of Pokemon you like, and they can be at any level. I just noticed Arvin's here. That's cool. But in link battles, there are special rules to keep in mind. Some of these special rules involve adjusting Pokemon's levels. Now, the no restrictions rule that lets all Pokemon stay at their current level. It lets trainers use multiple Pokemon of the same species and multiples of the same held item too. But if you choose to use normal rules, all Pokemon will be set to level 50 for your battles, regardless of what level they actually are. This even includes lower level Pokemon. They'll get a power boost to participate. Normal rules lets you use multiples of the same Pokemon species and with the same held items too. The great part about this rule set is that it lets any of your Pokemon participate. All they have to do is learn some good moves. Lastly, the rule set called Flat Rules mostly affects Pokemon over level 50. Such Pokemon will be set to level 50 for the duration of the battle. Flat Rule set is the one often used for official tournaments. This rule set does not allow trainers to use multiple Pokemon of the same species or multiples of the same held item. Got it. Alright, here's a question for you. Which rule set should you pick if you want to use a lower level Pokemon and keep its level low? Use a lower level Pokemon and keep its level low. Well, Flat Rules doesn't keep, what does it, well, Flat Rules keeps it at level 50, folks. So I guess, I'm gonna guess Flat Rules? That's the one, you kids! Looks like you were listening to the lesson. Oh my god. I didn't actually know if that was right or not. If you've got some clever strategy that you need to use a level 5 Pokemon for, your best bet is to choose the Flat Rules rule set. If you want to use a level 5 Rattata, go ahead, I don't judge. And of course, you can also choose no restrictions if you want to battle with any Pokemon you want, at any level and with any else item. That's a pretty good rule set for when you want to battle freely with friends. In conclusion, normal rules adjust all Pokemon to level 50. Flat rules lets you use lower level Pokemon at their actual level. I hope you'll use these tips to have some exciting battles with your friends. And I was about to say we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home, but I guess we truly are out of time. Next class will be our final exam. Aim for a perfect score. Asu. Alright. One more class to go, and we're good. We'll be ready for our finals at the start of next episode. Oh wait, no, 2 classes. Never mind. I briefly forgot art. I thought we were just gonna go straight to pullback, but no. I forgot about art. Please don't tell Mr. Hassel. Oh, what's wrong with me? I don't even know. Hello, Penny's here. Hello, class. It is I, Hassel, yet again. My, how time flies, as they say. Indeed, our time together has certainly flown by. It is hard to believe that this is our last class. This is two to the back. Something up and down. Now, our topic for today may feel somewhat unrelated to art. But there is absolutely no such a definition as to what art should be. Therefore, let us carry on with the discussion and see where it takes us. There are 2 things I wish to focus on today. Ribbons and marks. Oh boy, 2 things I've not put any focus on. Both ribbons and marks are special honors that capture a Pokemon's qualities. There will be times when your Pokemon gives maximum effort or has a noteworthy experience. In recognition of its feats and accomplishment, it can be given a ribbon. To give an example, if you manage to become incredibly close to a Pokemon, it may be granted the Best Friends ribbon. Incidentally, there is a person in Cascarafa who can give your Pokemon a Best Friends ribbon. Marks, on the other hand, are mostly found on wild Pokemon when you meet them for the first time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I know that a lot of the Terra events that Pokemon Company hands out, and I know that you find it has like if you say like a 7-star Charizard or something, it'll have like the mightiest mark or something. They can symbolize the character of the Pokemon, such as the Rowdy mark or the Vigor mark. It's completely up to luck whether you'll run into a Pokemon with these marks. So if you're able to catch a Pokemon with a mark, rejoice at your outstanding fortune. Does anyone know what special thing you can do with Pokemon that have ribbon or marks? Change ribbons, show them off, change their title. Show them off? Sure. Well, yes, indeed, you can show them off, but surely that's not the extent of your interest, is it? Oh, I got that wrong. Dang it! The correct answer is that Pokemon ribbons or marks can be given titles. What's more, they can be sent into battle displaying a title of your choosing. For example, you sent out the Gibble with a Best Friends ribbon by declaring, "Go Gibble, the great friend!" And while I know I just said that marks are generally found already on Pokemon when you meet them for the first time, it seems that more recently Pokemon can be awarded certain marks based on their effort. These are marks such as the Gourmand mark, the Item Finder mark, the Partner mark, and so on. Perhaps it might be fun to try to work on how to get each mark using its name as a clue. Well, that just about wraps up our last class. Next is the final exam. Please review our material closely so you pass on your first try. I hope I pass on my first try. I don't know, I might struggle on some classes, I don't know, we'll see. And now it's morning, Psyduck's here. Hello Psyduck, how you doing? I've been taking classes all day. Here, I would like home ec with Mr. Saguaro, the actual final class. For real this time. Anyways. Put away your phones. It is time to begin our last class together. Home economics is the study of life's necessities. But looking back on our time together, I realized that I focused almost entirely on food. So you're not wrong. I hope it's not too late to shift to a discussion of clothing, another necessity, in our last class. As I'm sure you're aware, our academy has an air of freedom about it. We provide uniforms for each season to accommodate the diverse climate of Paldea. However, students are free to wear whichever style they wish whenever they please. You should have all received 4 steps of tops and bottoms, one each for spring, summer, fall, and winter, or autumn if you are not from America, when the academy accepts. If, by chance, you were not aware of this, you may wish to pursue your wardrobe. As long as you wear a school uniform, the rest of your ensemble need not be school issues. This includes your bag or your hat, if you choose to wear one. You are even free to style your hair, however you wish. Look at my hair, I designed this myself. Mr. Salvatore's hairstyle, for example, would almost certainly have been against school rules when I was a boy. That reminds me. There is one more thing that you will like to decorate with. I must say, I find quite charming. Yes, our Rotom phone? Perfectly correct. That's the adorable little thing I was speaking of. Oh, which interests me so. I must admit that I am fascinated by Rotom phones and how to customize them. What's that? How very intriguing. So there's a shop called Delibread Presents where you can purchase cases for your Rotom phone. I thank you for that useful bit of information, person off screen. I shall have to go myself first thing tomorrow to get an adorable case of my own liking. Forgive me, I seem to have gotten a little carried away with this small task. As this class is known as Home Economics near its end, I offer these final words to you who have been honing everyday life skills with me. My field of study is not so decisive as the likes of mathematics, for instance, where test scores might play a part in deciding your future. However, as you go on to cook for yourselves, to take care of your Pokémon, to decide what to wear in the morning when you awaken, I would be honored if what I have taught you serves to smooth out and enrich your lives, even if only a little. This sentiment was imparted to me by Mr. Hassel as his particular outlook on such matters. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for seeing this class through to the end. Our time together has come to a close for today. Prepare to do your best on our final exam. Oh, alright, there we go. We've done the class, we've got the classes, we're all set for final exams next episode. Oh, I am exhausted. Alright, that just about wraps up today's episode, but there is one more thing I would like to do just before we finish. Off screen, I have been searching for Applin. It's right here. I've been trying to look for Applin because I want to try to get both evolutions. I suppose maybe to end off this episode, I can show off one of Applin's evolutions and my personal favorite. Yeah, Thunderwave. I got this from one of the guys who hands out rewards and stuff. Yeah, he's here for me to go. Yeah, these items here in particular, Sweet Apple or Tart Apple. It's these are based on Applin's different evolutions. I'm pretty sure if you give him a Sweet Apple, it'll evolve into Flapple, and if you give him a Tart Apple, it'll evolve into Appleton. I personally like Flapple more than Appleton, so I'm gonna do this. Go, my little apple. Evolve. Oh. Okay, I seem to have gotten those the wrong way round. That's embarrassing. Anyways, Appleton, the apple nectar Pokemon. When Sublechonk came along to lick the sweet nectar on Appleton's back, Appleton would spew sticky nectar at them to drive them away. Yeah, very rude, Lechonk. I thought the Tart Apple evolved into Appleton, not the other way around. Oh well. Also, you guys want to know a fun fact? I recently found out why Applin is a part dragon. Because there's a specific type of snake-like dragon or limbless dragon called a worm, W-Y-R-M. And Applin is a worm inside an apple. So clever. Yeah, it turns out the Sweet Apple evolves and turns Applin into Appleton. I did not know that. I thought it would evolve to a Flapple, but I guess that just means I'm gonna have to go out and try harder and find another Applin, which was something I kind of wanted to do off screen. For the most part, I will do it off screen, but whatever. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss an upload made by me. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.